Hi there guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jake, you're here for another reaction. Today, I am reacting to The Bad Batch Season 2, Episode 8? I think it's Episode 8, I'm fairly certain it's a 9. 9, apologies, sorry. Where we left on the last episode, it was the second part of the conspiracy to do with the clones. And basically how it ended was that Palpatine predicted the clones' moves where they knew that they were going to expose Rampart as the reason behind the desolation of oh my god! How have I? Oh, no, do you know what it is? I'm just rewatching. I just rewatched Andor, so I went to go Ferrix, and it's not Ferrix. Hold on, I'm not going to search it. I'm just going to have a little sit and think, and I can't. I don't want to be sitting here for 2 minutes in silence whilst I think. Hold on. Camino. There you go. Got there in the end. Just so you know, it was about, I'd say about 50 seconds it took me to remember it. And I went through the alphabet. I was like, A, B, C, D, no. Oh, there. So I got there in the end. Wow, that was real bad. Ferrix just would not, you know what? Ferrix would leave my head. And then I was like, no, it's not Ferrix. It's Tatooine. And then I was like, no, it's not Tatooine. It's, so much in here. And it's just, some of it just goes temporarily. Anyway, yes. So they basically was able to expose Rampart as the person behind the massacre of, I want to say Tatooine again, of oh my god, I shouldn't be doing this recording. Hold on. Hold on. No. I actually, this is the word. I actually shouldn't do this intro. I should delete it, but I'm not going to. Camino. Oh my god, I'm moving on because otherwise I'll forget again. And basically, that was what Palpatine wanted so that he could then push through the Stormtrooper plan because the clones went along with it. And yeah. So now Echo's decided to stay with Rex and Chi-Chi to be able to help the other clones and stuff like that. And yeah, Rampage has been arrested, and our task force is getting smaller by the minute. So I'm annoyed, but also it makes sense why he's doing it. But I'm sad that we lost Echo. But those are two great episodes, and I want to see if we continue on with like at least because I was complaining before about how sometimes they do great episodes and then they go yeah. Here's a couple of meh, or yeah, it was good, and then meh, and then or meh, then good, and you know what I mean. So hopefully we continue at least a good episode, you know. But we'll see. Who knows? Not with this show, no. But I think with how these shows are structured, not just like this other ones, you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm talking shy. I'm actually still annoyed about the fact I forgot Camino twice. So I'm going to jump into this episode before I embarrass myself any further. So I hope I enjoyed this next episode. I hope you enjoy this reaction. And if you do, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. That'll be superb. But other than that, see you on the other side. I've got on point now, guys. The crossing. But where are we crossing? Also, the music kicked in a lot quicker there for wherever the fuck this episode's going to be about. Get a Western feel. I guess so as well. Looks like it. What the fuck is in here?
According to Sid's coordinates, this is the mine she purchased.
She purchased the mine?
What?
Mine.
However, in its raw state, the mineral is highly combustible.
Oh, so we shouldn't have Wrecker in there. We should not have Wrecker in there at all.
I like it.
This is why you shouldn't be in there. Also, how's Sid been able to purchase a mine? Like, surely who's giving away something so valuable? There's an absolute issue with this mine. Has to be. Uh-oh. That does not look good at all.
The storm's moving away from us. We should be fine.
I feel like it's not going to be fine.
Both of us.
Without Echo, we are a man down. We need Rex to assist with operations inside the mine.
Warn us about poachers in the area. Keep your eyes peeled and call us if you see anyone.
Yeah, you can't leave one small child by themselves. And here they are. Look at them straight away. These poachers. Are they in the storm? I thought that was a Tuscan Raider there. I thought it was. Don't know. I don't know why. Doesn't look like him, but I think maybe it's the goggles.
Looks like Sid
If there even was goggles.
My scans are not indicating a seismic presence of Ipsium. Looks like Sid was deceived into purchasing.
No, there's something else to this mine. There's something else.
Extract whatever we can.
Like, Sid basically kind of feeds off of scraps, so no one's going to give her a valuable mine. This is scraps. So there's something in that's too dangerous, or it's scraps. Okay.
There.
So there's something at least.
The mineral is far too unstable. Even the slightest friction around it can cause a destructive chain reaction.
Oh, this is way too dangerous, lads. Get the fuck out of here. Go on, talk to her, Wrecker.
What's with you?
Yeah, she misses Echo.
I was thinking about Echo.
Ha
Come around.
Yeah. But you'll get used to it.
But we don't want to get used to it.
On my way.
Oh my god, the thing's so combustible, it's so dangerous. What should we do? Send a child up there. Get their little hands on it. Child labour. Woo!
But must be precise. If the mineral
Oh,
during the retreat,
that is cool. That looked cool, I like that. Oh, I'm scared.
Very careful.
I know.
Oh, she's a little cheeky one, isn't she? Little teenager now. Oh, well done. That was easy. Yeah, definitely not Tuscan Raider.
That storm's changing course.
Of course it bloody is.
planet are most
Back to Ornamental.
I was about to say you could have got the thing to explode. What did he sense? His senses are unreal. Yeah, I was about to say when he dropped it, I was like, "Well, no, it can explode," but it's out of its combustible state.
Sounds like our ship.
How are we going to get our ship back? That seems like a design flaw. You should be able to have a remote. You're supposed to. You should have a remote that basically immobilizes it, or as a returning beacon. That would just be such an easy. If you just went boop boop boop, and that completely overrides if anyone tries to take over. You know, just saying.
There was no one there.
How exactly did you miss our ship being compromised?
Maybe if you hadn't docked it out of view, I would have seen someone approaching.
He's got a very good point.
Landing zone, Wrecker. Not have access to long-range communications without our ship. It is our only option.
Let's move.
I guess we're slumming it. Slumming it to the pit stop. Call Sid for help. Call someone for help. I don't know, man. I'm getting Tatooine vibes.
How much further?
You will not like the answer,
Are we there yet?
Do you?
Echo won't pick up our signal.
especially since he disabled his communication device.
Oh, well, that's just fucking great, isn't it?
I assume he...
What's that?
Don't drop your water. You need that precious water. Well, I don't see it on the floor, so maybe you did pick up. Stampede. Fuck off. No. Oh my god, there's too many of them. Holy shit. Wrecker? Wrecker! My boy! There he is. Fucking hell.
Protect the Ipsium case!
Well, what about protecting me?
Exactly that.
Explodes will all be...
Oh shit, yeah. Oh, so it can explode. But it was alright to throw it on the floor before. Wrecker, you strong, strong man. I'm so proud of you. Wrecker, you deserve so much Mantel mix. That's the popcorn looking thing. Isn't it? He deserves it.
I'm back.
I would advise not dropping it next time.
What are you
Alright.
doing?
Fucking hell. A bit of a savage, isn't he? Are they running from the storm just because it's, you know, it's a... Yeah, it's just a, you know, normal storm, or is it a different kind of storm? It's like a storm that's actually a monster. It wouldn't be that. What's in the storm? Oh! Okay. So I guess... Shall we harvest that mine as well? Oh! Oh! The fuck? And you had to go a wrecker for dropping it. Oh my god, if that hits and it explodes, we're dead. Close the mine. Close the mine. Don't need to close the mine because the mine's been closed on us. Fuck. How are we going to get out of this one?
So, now we are trapped. And we have lost all of our Ipsium.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I suppose that's my fault too.
Technically, yes. If you had
Maybe
not
Echo
been
kept the
so
peace in this group.
boarded right now with the mineral.
None of this is helping.
Echo definitely kept the peace, I think.
Our way out of here.
If that, even if they're not, they didn't keep the peace, maybe they're acting out because they miss Echo. And they just don't know how to formulate it into words.
It was probably disabled by the thief who commandeered it.
Oh, you little sassy cow.
Well, then how are we gonna track?
It is most unlikely that the Marauder will be recovered.
What? Don't say
That's your
that.
home.
We have to get it back.
We can always acquire another ship. It is merely a mode of transportation.
The
You just
Marauders
don't get it.
are home.
Exactly, you just don't get it. You're so out of touch with your emotions.
He's not with us. We're supposed to be a squad.
Fucking right.
Squad existed before Echo was a part of it, and it will exist after.
Will it though?
What is your issue?
What is your issue, you little specky fuck? Yeah, do your own work. Bitch.
I merely stated the truth.
She already knows the truth. That's why she's upset.
Oh, for such an intelligent guy, you just can't work shit out, can you? I mean, have they had a look around in this mine to see if there's an easier way to just exit rather than move all the rocks? Save wreckers back, you know? Sweet child. Sweet child. You're going to experience so much more loss. This is the universe that you're in. The galaxy. Well, it looks like we've got more Ipsium now. Well, we can get more Ipsium. How much more is it, though? Oh, she's just going to start mining for fun. I mean, they could also mine it and then you... Oh my goodness, look how much we've got. Oh my. Oh, mine. Gotcha. Yeah, they could use it to blow up the front so they can escape again.
It'll take days to clear a path at this rate.
Unless we explode it with all the Ipsium.
Go faster.
This operation would use a well-placed detonation.
Am I right?
A small amount of Ipsium would be more than enough.
Right.
Had a small amount.
Losing the mineral was my mistake. I will search for any potential extractions within this mine.
About that.
Only mistake you need to fix. Yeah.
Fucking yeah.
Go check on the kid.
Yeah, oh maybe hold on. Should we send him to check on Omega because you saw what he was like with his silly fucking well, my logic says this. You know? Maybe he's not the best to send out there.
She
Hopefully this goes well. Hopefully it doesn't go wrong. Like it looked easy before. What if her drilling one like compromises the structural integrity of the rest?
Omega.
I'm busy.
Are you aware that you are surrounded by enough Ipsium that if not handled correctly, could take down this entire...
Well, there we go.
Then you better not destroy.
Oh, you pissed her right off.
Thought we could use this to blow our way through the cave in.
Well, there we go.
Came to a similar...
We're all on the same wavelength.
This vein appears to be much more pure than what we found in Sid's mine.
Oh god, we're not gonna
Perhaps
get.
you should extract as much Ipsium as you can.
Oh, we're not gonna get. You know what? I can feel it. We're gonna destroy the thing, and we're still not gonna leave all the Ipsium. because that will be too much fucking money for us to have, and that means that we get out from under Sid, which is not gonna happen. I predicted it.
Do that.
I am fully aware you are capable of the task.
That's one way of him, I guess, admitting that he may have fucked up before. Oh! Oh! Let's not take the risk, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, water. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That was so fucking lucky.
What is it, Hunter?
Yeah. I know he's meant to say he had to have said something. Too long, too quiet. Well, it seems like some sort of nice little lagoon. Is there more Ipsium in the water below them? Holy shit! That is so much. That's a bit of light. That means there's an escape available.
A passageway just beyond this wall. We can use the Ipsium you mine to access.
Does she still have honor? I thought she may have left it up top.
But you will need to retrieve our gear.
Retrieve the gear, so the Ipsium is still up top, right? Yeah, there it is.
We've got the gear.
But you must not compromise the mineral vials, or you will perish.
You gotta be kidding me.
Cheers!
We're on our way.
Except we still don't have the Marauder, or a way off this planet, and we can't contact Echo.
Let's give it time, buddy. One thing at a time.
We'll figure out a solution.
Everything is changing, and you don't even care.
That's adulthood.
I'm not sure how I should care about change. It is a fundamental part of life.
Mm-hmm.
Echo left.
That is what soldiers do.
We're more than that,
Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
aren't we?
Yes, of course we are.
Then why don't you act like it?
Because they're still bred to be soldiers. It's still a fundamental part of their DNA.
Echo chose a different path, as did Crosshair. I have to respect their decision. Even
As you would do with family.
difficult to understand. I may process moments and thoughts differently, but it does not mean that I feel any less than you.
You're just a big softy, but like beneath all that lack of emotion. Well done, Wrecker.
See? That wasn't so bad.
Look at Hunter, not even not even not a little bit of cough. He knew the assignment and he held his breath correctly.
How come he gets to blow it off?
If the shot is not precise, it will cause another cave-in.
Oh, and we're free, guys. Let's get the fuck out of here. Imagine they go outside and the Marauder's right there in front of where they've just blown up. Imagine, it's not, but still, imagine if it was. Like, what are the chances? Oh, well, that's solved.
That is the spaceport.
Okay, I thought it was there.
Much activity.
Where is everyone?
It's abandoned.
Oh, what?
For a while, by the look of it.
I can send out a long-range transmission with that array.
We've reached out to Echo, Rex.
No can do.
Oh, Sid.
I'm tied up at the moment.
They're on the mission that you set them out on. For your... What are you tied up... Sid, what are you tied up with? What is more important than getting these guys back?
You'll have to figure out. I didn't tell you to get your ship stolen, did I?
I want to punch her in her
Sid,
forehead
we
sometimes.
need your help.
Just like we helped you regain control.
Exactly.
of
Exactly. See how selfish she is.
When we cleared your sizable debt with
I
Maleki.
didn't ask for a recap goggles.
Why is it taking the kid for her to recognise that? Why is it taking Omega for her to recognise how good how she has to be? And she just switched off. Oh, Sid's my patience with Sid is running Is it thin? Is that the saying? Is running out? I guess it's running out. She's on thin ice. Maybe that's what I was getting mixed up with. I don't know. Whew.
We'll figure it out, like we always do.
Because we're a family. Mi familia. Look at that. Just gonna look at the storm, are we? Ooh, different coloured storms. Oh, it's not finishing here, is it? Oh, is this a two-parter? It is a two-parter. Interesting. Interesting. And that was my reaction to The Bad Batch Season 2, Episode 9. It's... Okay, the fact it's a two-parter is giving me a little bit more sort of... Okay, so it's not just going to be a story that's contained. It's just this one episode and then they were able to escape, etc., etc. I'd imagine the next episode it comes about with us maybe bumping into people to help them out. Maybe the person that stole the Marauder, we have to help them out and we get the ship back. Or they help people out and they're able to pinpoint where the Marauder is, etc., etc. So, yeah. But I think if it just ended with the thing, I think this would have been one of those episodes where it's like, you know? Like, but, yeah, I guess I would have been like, yeah, it was alright, because it dealt with a lot more. No, it is, actually. I'll say it's actually, I wouldn't say it was, I say it was good, because this one fleshed out a lot more to do with the fact that Echo left, obviously. And it fleshed out a lot more with the relationships between the people there, with how some people react with people leaving, you know? Yeah, it's a shame Omega's only really known these guys and that's it. They obviously know this squad, they have each other, and they had, but they've obviously gone through wars and battles where they've experienced loss and people dying and shit like that. So it kind of makes sense why they're just sort of, they're like, yeah, no, he left, so we just move on, sort of thing, you know. So yeah, so I get that. Obviously, but I also get why Omega, you know, found it a little bit frustrating, I guess. But like I said, is that I'm just glad it's at least a two-pair. Just because then at least then if this then continues on to the next one and explores a little bit more to necessarily with what it, because this one gave us stakes, but then also then focused on the dialogue of between Echo and Omega, and with Tech and Omega, with Echo leaving, and you know it's at least then if we now progress in the next one, we've already had the introduction of what happened in the first episode, what happened with the issues there, where we're at, so then we could just focus on the next episode, focus on other things that are going to be issues that could lead to finding a Marauder, etc., etc. So I will hold fire on sort of judging this one too much, considering what the next episode may be. But I'm just going to go through my notes. I like the Ipsium mine. You know what? Mining looks hard. It's always, and that's in not just, you know, real life, but also in sci-fi and fantasy and stuff like that. When it comes to mining, seeing the dwarves do it in the Rings of Power, seeing it in, you know, I've forgotten all the other mining stuff I've seen, but you know what I mean. Like I've seen, like it just looks difficult. And then there was a game we played, me and my mates played a while back, and it was fun, it was silly, it was stupid, but it was a good game, and you just basically you went to different planets and you mined stuff, like say different cores, different things, and then there was creatures you had to kill and stuff like that. And it was fun for a while. It got a bit repetitive, but that I liked that because it was just a different kind of feel to it. It was a fun game, really. So yeah, so I really enjoy that. Poachers as well. We didn't experience Poacher. Poacher stole the ship, but I don't know whether the poacher that stole the ship is actually a poacher or someone that needs that ship or whatever. So we'll have to find out what that is. But yeah, but the Ipsium was quite easy to mine. The explosions were not down to the Ipsium itself being like sort of like them mishandling it. It was more down to choice or not choice, but also because of what's the word? Natural disasters, let's say. Yeah, the ship being taken by the character again. I thought that at the start. I thought that was like, is that a Tusken Raider? But it was just the goggles that threw me off. But again, I don't know what planet it is. I don't think they've mentioned it. I was getting a Tatooine vibe as well, so that's why I was like, oh, maybe. But yeah, but I'm interested to see because again, I hate this planet, but there's no explanation. I don't think the planet wasn't mentioned. I don't think so. There is still a chance, but either way, let's look at this here. So. But the ship taken, again, not too certain as. Imagine that's someone that we know, or if we don't necessarily know, that maybe they know someone, or they're part of certain alliance or something. Imagine, I don't know, but we'll what? I have no idea. What my missus just sent me a message. I'm just like, what the fuck does that even mean? Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, but then now obviously they've gotten the mine, they've mined it, they got the stuff, it looks like it should be easy. That little fucker's taken the ship, it's gone. And then they've had to then go to the ship. Now, that stampede, again, it makes sense, they run away from the storm, they've all gone through there. It's what happened. So I thought did great, despite obviously, again, having with the ship being on the other side of the ridge, how are you supposed to get him to look out on the ship as well as also the entrance? He can't be in two places at once, so it's a bit of a shitty argument to kind of blame him fully. But again, also, you can't necessarily blame Tech, because again, where else is supposed to land the ship? So I get it. But the whole sort of thing. But after that, then the things got dropped because of a stampede. He's then sacrificed his body to stand over the Ipsium, because it will explode and kill them all. So did well there to do that. So I'm quite proud of him for sacrificing himself and putting himself through pain. But then obviously the storm coming along and then destroying it, blowing up the mine, and then that argument again. It felt like Echo kept the peace, or like I said, either he kept the peace or they just reacted differently to the loss of a dear friend, and a brother and family, So they're all acting out a little bit, but again, Tech was getting a little bit childish, and it's like, Tech, you're logical. Being a child is quite illogical for you, acting like one at least. But again, Record probably just bringing the worst out of him. But again, that's sort of like that brotherly sort of just said, like, talking shit to each other. But then again, him just saying stuff to Omega that again, Tech was basically, again, it's just a part of his whole sort of logical way of looking at things, that you see this in all forms of media. But again, you need to recognize your audience that you're talking to at that time. You're talking to a child who's going through it. They don't think like you. They're not bred like you. They weren't had that sort of, like, they haven't been surrounded by loss and death for so long, like that. You're just sort of numb to it. People coming in and out of your lives. So you need to go about it differently. But I'm glad that obviously then sent Omega on a little storm out and then found an entire cavern filled with, which again, they could come back for if they want to. Just saying, there's a lot of fucking Ipsium there for them to jump on. But yeah, her finding it, Tech, them having that little moment of sort of being pissed off at him, but then like, can you help? Him saying like basically he trusts her and etc. It was good for that start outfit. Then fall into the water, and with the others then come along to help get the stuff to then bring it down. Sorry, my partner keeps messaging me stuff, and it's just not important stuff, but it's distracting me. Yeah, for them jumping in the water and stuff like that. But when them having that brief beat of just Tech and Omega, where they are just having it, and it's for him to reiterate to her is that just because it's happened, like, you're outwardly showing it, doesn't mean that I don't feel it. I don't feel the loss. I don't feel the pain. I don't feel the sadness. It's still there for me. I just process it differently, Some people go about it different ways, and you kind of have to respect it. You do, and this is a learning curve for both of them. But learning curve for Omega to know that even though he doesn't look like it, he is still hurting about it. But he just processes it, or at least he was. But he just knows how to channel it, But it's a learning curve for him to know how to react to a young lady such as Omega, how she reacts to stuff. So yeah, but I thought that was a nice little beat between it for them. They blow up the rock, fantastic. They're out, they're free. Spaceport's obviously abandoned when they get there. But Sid, you saw how I reacted there with Sid. She's getting on my tits, and I'm disliking the fact that again, it's very much trying to do a one-way street here when it should be, and I kind of not liking the Task Force 99 for how much they are allowing for her to be able to talk to them like this, do things like this, have the upper hand, like make it seem like it should be, like it's not an equal relationship, and it needs to be equal. It needs to be like that. So it annoys me that it took Omega saying something for her to be like, all right, give me a couple of days. So I'm Sid's getting more and more. I went from being like, oh, Sid, to then be like, no, Sid, you're a bit of a dick. and you need to fucking stop being that. So, yeah, I'm at that point now with Sid. But yeah, obviously, I guess they'll be there in a couple of days, and then we'll figure out what to do. That's where it ended. Didn't expect to be a 2-part areas. So, but yeah, like I said, is that I'll hold fire on judging it too much so far. But I did like the aspects of this episode where it is dealing with loss, but in different ways, and talking about it, as well as also explosions and mining and shit. So yeah, so I at this moment in time, I enjoy this episode, and I am looking forward to the next one to see how they finish off, and if we can find a marauder and who it was that stole it, etc, etc. But anyway, I'll leave it there, guys. So thank you for watching. If you like the video, please like the video. Comment down below what you think of this episode. What do you think of Sid being a dickhead? What do you think of Tech and Omega's relationship? Their little talk, how they're both reacting, how Tech and Rekka were reacting to each other. Do you think Echo kept the peace, or was it them sort of like just acting out because they're sad about it? Because again, it's how different people process it. Let me know what you thought of this episode overall. If you like these types of videos, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, get a notification every time I upload. A bunch of other videos around here to do me and other people. Now, I do Star Wars by myself. Started off with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Most recently was, I think before this, was the Skeleton Crew. But most recent one I reacted to that was released recently was the Skeleton Crew. I release the Bad Batch weekly, every Friday, and I will be doing, by the time this comes out, Andor Season 2. Yes, Andor Season 2, yeah. I would have already started it, or I'm about to start it the following week or soon. Anyway, so that's what's happening with Star Wars. I'm a big Doctor Who fan. I do reactions to Doctor Who by myself. I've done Shooty's first season and his 2 Christmas specials. By the time this is out, I'm reacting to his Season 2. I also do Doctor Who reactions with my little brother Charlie. It's still New Who. We're on David Tennant's, we're David Tennant's Doctor, and he's with Catherine Tate's Donna Noble. So that's Season 4 of New Who, and those are released every 2 weeks on a Saturday. I also do reactions to Marvel. Big Marvel fan. I've done reactions since Moon Knight. Most recently was I did reactions to Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I'm currently, when this comes out, I think I either am finished, or I just finished, or I'm just about to finish Daredevil Born Again, which so far, by the time I'm recording this, is fantastic. Love it. And I'll be coming up, I'll be doing the Ironheart series and other shows that come out. I also did the films, Phase 1 to 3, the Infinity Saga. Did those with my mate Josh. He'd only seen like 2 films, so they're up there. There's when I started the channel, when I did the reactions to that, so those reactions are a little bit rough, but I still think they're decent reactions enough. And there's other things I've reacted to Season 1 and have Season 2 coming out soon. For example, this month will be The Last of Us. I'm reacting to Season 2. Season 1's already up here. Fallout Season 2 will be coming out. Love the Season 1, and I'm looking forward to Season 2. House of the Dragon Season 3, that's started production now, so that will be out soon. I'll be doing reactions to that. Rings of Power Season 3 as well, etc, etc. So guys, if anything like that sounds like it takes your fancy, have a look around the channel. Like, subscribe, notification bell, all that jazz. But thank you again for watching, and I'll see you out there.